Welcome to Mariners baseball, and tonight it's Robinson Cano bobblehead night, and they've all come out to get a double dose. You get some Cano bobblehead, and the Mariners trying to get themselves a pick-me-up. They've lost 5 of their last 7, trying to turn it around tonight in Game 2 against the Chicago White Sox. Welcome, everybody, to a beautiful Saturday night here at Safeco Field. Dave Sims along with Mike Flowers and the Root Sports crew. Glad to have you with us, and the pick-me-up indeed. The boys could use one, Mike, real simple.
Well, they could, and you have Nuno going tonight, so it's probably going to be Nuno and the bullpen again, and that's where some of the struggles have been. It certainly was in last night's ball game. So the guys out in the pen are going to have to find a way to pick things up. Offensively, since the All-Star break, they've really done a nice job scoring runs, and that continued. They even scored 3 runs last night off the Sale, one of the better lefties, but it comes down to the pitching.
It really does. Let's take a look at the White Sox lineup that Vidal Nuno will see here tonight from the Windy City of Chicago.
Adam Eaton going to lead things up. Then it's Saladino hitting second. Abreu with 22 home runs on the year. Cabrera, Garcia, Thompson, Ramirez, Sanchez had 4 RBIs in last night's ballgame, hitting 8 in the lineup tonight. Flowers rounds out the 9 for the White Sox. And for Nuno, this is his 4th start on the year, a 3.67 ERA, 29 strikeouts to 6 walks. Opponents hitting .286 against Nuno this year. And look at the defense for the Mariners, brought to you by American Family Insurance. Gutierrez getting the start in left field, Jackson in center, Brad Miller out in right, Seager at third, Marte and Cano playing at the middle. Jesus Montero is your first baseman tonight. Mike Zunino will do the catching. Last start for Nuno against the Red Sox, 4 1/3. Gave up 9 hits, 4 earned runs in that one. He had to throw 84 pitches to get through 4 1/3. So hopefully get a little bit deeper in the ball game tonight.
Fingers crossed for Vidal Nuno, looking for a win since July 2nd of last year. He's 0-10 with a 3.60 ERA. That's over a 39 game span, going 0-9 and 18 starts. Last win 27th of June last year against Boston when he was a New York Yankee. Let's see what gives here this evening. Beautiful night, crowd of about 30,000. Get that exact number for you a little bit later. Mariners coming off a loss last night, 11-4 to the White Sox. They made it a 4-3 ball game, a 7th inning home run by Trumbo, but the bullpen gave it up in the last 2 innings. First pitch is ball 1 to Adam Eaton, an outstanding young center fielder. Foul tip into the glove of Zunino. Nuno coming over back in June with Trumbo, Wellington, Castillo, and Dominic Leone, and a couple of minor leaguers.
For Nuno, his fastball will be around 89 miles an hour. That's the average for him. He'll also throw his slider, and he'll throw his slider quite a bit, probably more than his fastball tonight. Mixing a changeup, an occasional curveball from Nuno.
See if he drops down sidearm against the left-handed Eaton. We've seen him do that a lot. Eaton caught in between right there. Strikeout victim. Nuno's off to a good start.
And it looked like the slider, trying to work it off the outer edge, keep it down in the zone. Perfect location on that pitch. Heading the count, wanting to chase something out of the strike zone, and you see how far out in front, 81 miles an hour on the slider.
One thing a lot of things we like about Nuno, but I tell you what, he's fearless. I like that about him.
He's aggressive. He will come right at you. And again, he has a good slider. That's his best pitch. But I would agree with you.
McClendon and company. Lloyd got tossed in last night's game. I was giving him the business hard today. I said a veteran umpire might have said, "No, you got to stay and watch this too, pal. I'm not throwing you out." He said, "Yeah." I said a couple of right things to get myself tossed. Popped up. This off the bat of Saladino. Bobblehead guy Robinson Cano makes the play tonight. Lloyd said last night he got tossed for arguing balls and strikes, and it was warranted. Here's a good hitter, Jose Abreu, 293, 22 homers, and 74 runs batted in. 1 for 5 last night. Got an RBI double in the 4th. Nuno.
The White Sox are 9th in average, 14th in runs scored, 15th in slugging, 13th on base percentage. Tough year for Robin Ventura. A lot of expectations for the White Sox, but they've had their struggles.
2-2.
That's what you were talking about, Dave. Nuno being aggressive. Abreu is the one guy in their lineup that you really have to fear, and he's going right at him with some good fastballs in on his hands.
Good looking pitch. Gets Abreu looking. 12 pitches for Nuno. That's the kind of start Mariner fans are looking for. White Sox, nothing. Mariners coming back. Can tell Marte getting better every day. 7-game hitting streak, learning a lot as he goes in his major league beginnings here at Safeco Field. Let's take a look at the rest of the batting order for the Mariners.
Tonight's starting lineup is brought to you by Chevron. Marte boosting his average to .297, batting .407 during the 7-game hitting streak for Marte. Did a fine job as a leadoff hitter. Then it is Seager. Cruz with a home run in last night's ball game. The DH tonight batting 3rd. Cano, Gutierrez, and Jackson in the middle of the lineup. Montero at 1st. He will bat 7th. Brad Miller out in right field. Get a chance to see Brad in right, batting 8th, and Mike Zunino rounds out the 9. For Rodon, 5-5 record, 4.42 ERA, 106 strikeouts, 54 walks. He can get a little bit wild at times.
Ellery guarded young left-hander. Pitch to Marte, ball 1.
Much tougher on left-handed batters. Lefties hitting just .204 against some right-handers hitting .289 with 9 home runs.
Playing umpire today, the veteran Gary Cedarsky. Jim Wolf at first, Lance Barksdale at second, Puyallups, Quinn Walcott at 3rd.
For Rodon, his average fastball will be around 94 miles an hour. Also mix in a slider and a changeup.
Did go. Marte's gone, 1 away.
Take a look at the defense for the White Sox this evening. Melky Cabrera out in left, Eaton in center. Thompson getting the start in right field. Saladino in 3rd. Ramirez and Sanchez playing up the middle. Jose Abreu, the first baseman, and Tyler Flowers will do the catching.
Beautiful night here at Safeco Field. Carlos Rodon, this is what he did in his last outing against the Angels. Here's Kyle Seager. And he looks at a strike. Rodon, the last 2 outings, he lost to the Angels last time out. In the game before that, he beat the Angels going 7 innings. 4-hit shutout ball. 6'3", 235 out of Miami, Florida. Lives in Holly Springs, North Carolina now. First round pick, 3rd overall in the 2014 draft. Baseball America calls him the #1 prospect in the Sox organization.
And a good fastball missing the outside corner at 96 miles an hour.
Kyle trying to break an 0 for 5, hitting at 262, 17 homers and 48 runs batted in. There's a 2-2 pitch. Struck him out, 2 down.
And you can see here in the first inning, looks like he has a pretty good slider cut fastball going. It's topped out at 96. See a little slider off the outside corner at 91 miles an hour.
Here is a gentleman who is clearly the Mariners MVP and should be no worse than 3rd in the American League battle for MVP, Nelson Cruz. 2nd in hitting tonight at 322, a couple points behind Jason Kipnis. Cruz a 371 hitter against lefty pitching with 11 homers and 20 runs batted in. And he is behind quickly. Cruz a home run leader in the big leagues, 37 home runs, leads in total bases, leads in hits in the American League. 7th in runs batted in with 76. And a start. What a start for Rodon. Strikes out the side here in the first inning. Needed just 13 pitches. We go to the 2nd inning scoreless. Subscriber from Monmouth, Oregon. Thank you for rooting on the Seattle Mariners, and all of us who root sport for the Mariners appreciate your support. Just north of Corvallis. It's in the Willamette Valley. 2nd inning action here at Safeco Field. Melky Cabrera, Avisail Garcia, and Trace Thompson to face Vidal Nuno. Nuno with a couple of strikeouts in the first inning. There's Cabrera, switch hitter. Looks at strike 1. Melky. And last night's ball game went 1 for 2, scored 2 runs. An 0-2 hold.
It's good to see Nuno, just 12 pitches in the first inning, had a couple of strikeouts. Looks like he has one of his better sliders going for him tonight. fastball off the outside corner. It would be great if they could get him a little bit deeper into the ball game. Again, this just his fourth start on the year. Started when he came over to the Mariners pitching out of the bullpen and was doing a really good job. So far in his previous 3 starts, the longest he has gone is 5 innings. That was against Baltimore.
Both Nuno and Rodon quick workers. Gonna hang up in the air. Brad Miller gets his first chance as a right fielder tonight. 1 away. Late change in the lineup before the game. Originally Trumbo was in the game, but circumstance took him out of the game, and they moved Jackson up, Montero up, and inserted Miller in right field. Here's Avisail Garcia. He's DHing tonight. He was in right field last night. Had a good evening too. 2 for 4, 2 runs scored.
I know we've seen Brad take ground balls at third. Obviously, he's played left field. We've seen him work in center and had a start out there, but I don't think we've seen him out in right field.
First start in right field.
But we're even working out, though.
You're right. That's a good point.
And Trumbo was originally in right field. He was a scratch right before the game, so Brad ended up having his number called.
Get down to Seager. Throws him out. 2 down. Had to do a little regrip there. Hey kids, head back to school in style with a Mariners backpack. Thanks to Boeing, it's free to all youngsters tomorrow afternoon as part of Salute the Kids Day at Safeco Field. Join us for the 110 matinee versus these White Sox when you pick up your tickets at mariners.com. Trace Thompson grew up in Portland, a Mariner fan. Got into last night's game in the 8th inning. Struck out in the 9th. Dad Michael Thompson, his brother in the world champion Golden State Warriors. Trey said baseball's always been his game, not basketball. Brother Clay, great shooter.
Only 16 at bat for him, but off to a good start.
And it continues here as he lines one out of here. Home run, Trace Thompson on a 1-1 pitch, and no doubt about it. His second home run since his call-up earlier in the month, and the Sox have a 1-0 lead. And that's a particular thrill for this young man who grew up a fan of Edgar and Jay and Mike Flowers and all the Mariners. Big moment for him.
Well, he gets a fastball. You can see him set up away, and Nuno unfortunately gets it middle in. As you take a look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the swing by Thompson, as Dave mentioned, just a line drive.
There's Alexi Ramirez. He made solid contact. Check swing by Ramirez. Alexi behind 0-2. Thompson home run, 371 feet. Here's pop up in the infield, playable. Cano calling off Montero. And that'll do it. Home run by Trace Thompson has the White Sox in front 1-0. When we come back, Robinson Cano, Franklin Gutierrez, and Austin Jackson here at Safeco Field. bobblehead. Makes his night hanging out with Dad at the ballpark on a Saturday night. That's a nice little option here for the youngster. Robinson Cano is going to lead things off here for the Mariners. As you know, he has been swinging a really good bat. July 1, it all started. He's been hitting .328 since that time. Span of 42 ball games. The Cano, Goody, and Austin Jackson against young Carlos Rodon.
1 for 4 last night, scored a run. So he's done his last 9 games.
22 years old, struck out the side in the first inning. Bounce foul. How about Chris Sale last night? Was that crazy or what? 7 innings and 14 strikeout ball.
Topping out at 99 miles an hour. Had one of the best sliders we have seen in the changeup. He had it all working last night.
Sure did.
Last 2 starts, 29 strikeouts.
Strikeout leader in the big leagues now. It's Cano. Slicing drive. Eaton can't get it. Base hit.
Really wearing out left center field. 96 miles an hour on the inside corner, and you can see him pull his hands in tight. Inside out swing as he barrels it up. Line drive in the left center.
Those numbers against lefty pitching is climbing as well. He's up to 248 going into that at bat. Extends his hitting streak to 3 games. Here's Goody. Frank the trying to end it. 0 for 11 here. It's ball 1. Franklin 0 for 4 last night. Took 2 called third strikes. Houston Ball Club at it again. They're beating the Dodgers 3-1, top of the 8th in Houston. Time called. Minnesota leads Baltimore 3-2 in the 8th. Texas 4-0 at Detroit. That's in the 8th. KC 5-1 at Boston. Here's the 1-0 to Franklin. Earlier today, Pittsburgh beat the Giants 3-2. Did you see Bumgarner go deep again last night?
I did not.
9-7 Cubs beat Atlanta. Yankees 6-2 over Cleveland final. Jorge Posada had his number 20 retired today. Base hit through the hole for Franklin Gutierrez. Goody ahead in the count. Makes it happen.
Well, that's one way to break an 0 for 11. Get ahead in the count, get a fastball you can handle, find a hole in the left side of the infield. There's in good shape here in the second inning. First 2 batters reaching with base hits.
Tyler Flowers out to talk with his rookie. We're talking about Bumgarner, home run, number 5 on the season, 9 on his career.
I've seen a couple of them this year, and he hits them way back
11
too. He's not. They're not wall scrapers. They're getting deep into the seats.
He goes up there with intentions.
Yeah.
Earlier this week, it was no shock to see Boch running him out there as a pinch hitter.
Yeah. If you're a little bit short on your bench, why not?
So Brano with the Cubs years ago did it. I believe Mr. Gibson, Mr. Drysdale, and that crew in their generation, they did it. Good hitters. Here's Austin Jackson. Curious, of course, see that Boch in an American League ballpark considered DHing him, and he can understand.
Oh, yeah.
With a right-handed bat in there. Tom Glavine, the Hall of Famer, did some DHing interleague games. First 2-minute reach here for the Mariners. See if they can capitalize. Rodon struck out the side in the first inning. Here in the second, he's given up back-to-back singles. Strike one on Austin. Jackson batted in the 7-hole last night. Struck out 3 times, 0 for 3. Mariners trying to get things turned around there. 10 games under 500 entering tonight's game. One count here at Austin. Punt and a good one. A great one. Is he going to beat it out? He will. Bases are loaded.
And let's take a look at it. I think he's just sacrificing here, but he lays down such a good bunt right down the line. Surprised the White Sox a little bit as you see Flowers come out, and by the time he's able to pick it up with Austin Jackson and his speed, no chance to get him at first.
Chance for Montero. Ball one. This time the Mariners with 10 games under 500 August 2nd when they were 48 and 58. One-0 to Jesus. And there's strike evens the count at 1-1. Montero against lefty pitching, 225 compared to his batting average against righties at 273. Dribble foul. Sox lead 1-0 and Trace Thompson home run in the top half of this inning. They allowed 2 grand slams so far. There's a rookie for Robin Ventura. Robin in his 4th year skipper. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Pitch breaking down and in on him. That's 4th strikeout for Rodon.
We'll take a look at it. 90 miles an hour. Hard slider, trying to throw it at his back foot, able to get it there as Montero swings over the top of it.
Red Miller, a late add to the lineup, getting his first start in right field. Mark Trumbo, a late scratch. Trumbo had a big home run last night, 3-run shot in the 7th. Miller, a 224 hitter against lefty pitching. To the second baseman. Taylor made double play. Threat dies right there. Mariners load him up. Can't score. Trail 1-0. Home run. White Sox have the lead. CenturyLink to what's next brings you Taijuan Walker 0-1 against the White Sox, and John Danks. Seen a lot of him over the course of his career. He's 7-6 against the Mariners with a 3.24 ERA in 14 previous starts. That's our pitching matchup to wrap up the series, and then we'll see the White Sox again next weekend. Actually, beginning next Thursday in Chicago. Thursday through Sunday next week. Chilling with the glasses, looking good out there. For second baseman Carlos Sanchez, switch hitter.
Sanchez with a big night last night. Ended up with 4 RBIs, scored a couple of runs, had 2 base hits.
Sanchez, a 164 hitter, right-handed, as opposed to 262 lefty. Having a really good year among rookie leaders. He's first in doubles, tied for 4th in games and 7th in hits. Nuno's got him 1-2. Ball 2-2. It'll be Sanchez, Flowers, and Eaton. 8, 9, and 1 here in the 3rd inning. Ground ball to Marte. Throws him out. One away here in the 3rd. This Wednesday, both the sun overhead and the Kings Court is going to be shining bright at Safeco Field. Enjoy Mariners matinee, special 12:40 start time. Felix takes them out against the Athletics. Tickets to sit in the golden-clad Kings Court are $35 and available right now at mariners.com/Felix. Felix looking to bounce back again, as he was knocked around yesterday. 6 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs all earned, a walk and 4 strikeouts, losing the duel to Chris Sale, dropping 14 and 8. There's Flowers to catch. He drove in 3 runs in last night's game, going 2 for 4.
Really playing him to pull in the outfield. Austin Jackson in left center field. Gutierrez towards the line, and Brett Miller is just starting to move over towards right center. Expect him to pull it in the air straight up on the infield.
2-2. Chase Thompson on your right. He's one to hit the home run on a 1-1 pitch, 2 outs in the 2nd inning. Second big league homer. That one's full to Tyler Flowers. Adam Eaton on deck. Leadoff man and center fielder. Count stays at 3-2.
The other thing we were talking about Nuno earlier and how aggressive he is, he works at a fairly quick pace too. That helps him out as far as the guys playing defense behind him.
Ground ball, Marte can't get it. Good base hit. Flowers is aboard with 1 out here in the 3rd.
Take a look at Marte trying to range over, going into the slide. We've seen him do that a couple of times. Just gets under his glove.
Oh, 1-8. Eaton struck out to lead off the ball game. a strike.
He will change speeds on his breaking ball. It's always going to be the slider, but sometimes it'll be 82, 81 miles an hour. Sometimes he'll throw it at about 84, 85.
Eaton in his second year with the White Sox after a couple with Arizona. Off speed pitch. Goody, some good speed coming on. Can't get the catch. Could not hold on. So the White Sox have 2 men aboard. Here in the third, another base hit.
First, I wasn't sure he was going to be able to get there, and then he goes into the slide and it goes right off the end of his glove. Typically, when you see him slide like that, it'll go off the heel, but this is right off the end of his glove.
One out. Double play would do Nuno good right here. In the dirt to Saladino, who popped up to Cano. Strike 1-1. Two strikeouts, no walks so far for Nuno. 1-1 pitch. And speed beautiful. 1-2.
A good changeup. He's thrown his changeup a couple of times. 45 pitches, 32 strikes for him.
One-two pitch. Marte on the hop to Cano for one. And they get the double play right on time. Nicely turned. Nice 6-4-3 twin killing. Sox lead at 1-0. Carlos Rondon loaded the bases in the second inning, got a strikeout, and then got a huge double play. Taylor made right here, and that ended the Mariner threat. Mariners got their own double play to get out of a sticky situation. Top half of this inning. lead off the third with Mike Zunino, followed by Ketel Marte and Kyle Seager. Strike one to Mike.
Yeah, you're right. In the second inning, that was a great opportunity for the Mariners. 3 straight base hits. Cano, Gutierrez, and Jackson all with hits to start the inning off, and he was able to get out of it.
Mike going 5 for 16 on the recent road trip. Mariners went 2 for 4 during that run. A home run drove in 2 runs. All in 2 strikes. Way outside. Rondon out of North Carolina State from a Wolfpack. 436 career strikeouts there in Raleigh. 4th pitcher in ACC history to go for 400 or more Ks. Nino is retired. Saladino throws him out. One away here in the third, and this Monday, join us for Hisashi Iwakuma no-hitter celebration night here at Safeco Field. First 20,000 fans receive a commemorative T-shirt designed by a Mariners fan, plus select main level tickets are only $18 in honor of number 18. So take advantage of this offer. Special offer at Mariners.com/Kuma. Marte struck out on a 1-2 pitch the first time. One. 3 stops along the way last year for Rodon in the Sox minor league system. Pitched in 9 games. 24 2/3 innings. Gave up just 9 runs. 8 runs were earned. No home runs.
Not a lot of innings in the minor leagues. Gives you an idea of the kind of talent he has.
2-2. Bouncing ball to Ramirez, who comes to get it. Good footwork by Abreu. And there's 2 away. Robinson Cano bobblehead night. That group came and picked up a bunch. Beautiful night here at Safeco Field. Enjoy great weather here in Seattle. Although as you look at the sky, you can certainly see the effects of the fires well east of here. Lake Chelan area.
White Sox have the shift on with Kyle hitting. Kyle struck out on a slider in the first inning.
Sanchez, the second baseman, at short right field. Seager, 286 hitter against lefty pitching entering tonight's game. 1-1. Chopper. Doan's got it. Throws him out. The Mariners are going without it. Much of a ruckus here in the third. 1-0 Sox. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports, being brought to you by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast, and by AM/PM. Too much good stuff. Big Mountain coming out to play today. Mount Rainier looking good. No score in this last half inning by the Mariners. They trail 1-0. Trace Thompson hit a home run in the second inning for the only tally to this point. Good crowd on hand here. Robinson Cano bobblehead night. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand. So we have Jose Abreu, Melky Cabrera, and Avisail Garcia. 3, 4, and 5 coming up here in the fourth inning against Vidal Nuno.
The top of the third is when he was able to get the double play to get out of the inning. Couple runners on, and it was an important double play, one to get out of trouble and save some pitches, but more importantly, this man was waiting on deck. Jose Abreu comes into the game hitting .293 with 22 home runs and 74 RBIs.
Nuno's ahead of him, 0-2. Abreu's been hot. .318, 8 homers, 27 runs batted in over his last 29 ball games. 0-2. Strike 3 call. Abreu gone. And for Nuno, that'll be strikeout number 3. Support those who protect our West. Now until August 31st, a portion of every purchase of Coors Banquet will be donated to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation. Learn more about the foundation and the Protect Our West program at WFFoundation.org. One to Melky Cabrera, flied out to right. Center field, Jackson a step in, couple back, 2 outs.
Nuno throwing a lot of strikes, 52 pitches, 38 strikes.
Got a chance to get him deep into the ball game. He got a beleaguered bullpen. Try to limit their innings if you can. There's Avisail Garcia grounded out to third. It's looking good here. 0-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Sox 9th in batting. Tied for the Mariners for 14th in runs per game. This pick there by Marte. Strong throw. 1-2-3 inning for Nuno. Needed just 9 pitches. Coming up, Nelson Cruz, Robinson Cano, and Franklin Gutierrez.
It's time for some Coors Light cold hard facts. The last two no-hitters in Major League Baseball. A little comparison, of course. Masashi Iwakuma right here on August 12th at Safeco Field. And last night in Houston, Mike Fiers for Kuma, 7 Ks, 3 walks. For Fiers, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks. A little more efficient with the pitches for Masashi Iwakuma, 116. Fiers well into a record-setting night in terms of his career high for pitches at 134. Bottom line, they both got the job done. Back upstairs.
All right, Tommy, good to have you with us. Thank you so much. Here's Nelson Cruz trying to extend his hitting streak to 7 ball games. Struck out on a 1-2 pitch his first time up. Cruz, Cano, and Goody here in the home fourth. Trace Thompson a home run in the second for Chicago. Skyscraping home run last night for Nelly. Leading off the 9th inning, straight away center field.
Well, we'll see if he learned something after his first at bat. It didn't appear that he was able to see the ball very well. He's reached base safely in 31 consecutive games. Another note on that. He's reached base safely in 31 consecutive games, and he's hit 16 home runs over that time.
He's a slugger. He's hitting for average.
He's doing everything.
Don didn't want to mess with him either. Extends the hitting, the on-base streak. Well, it's Cano. His bobblehead night. It would be fitting to see him have a spectacular night. He already has a single that led off the second inning. Mariners built a threat in the second after Cano singled. Goody singled. Jackson got a bunt down it, loaded him up. Then Montero struck out. Miller grounded into a double play. 1-0 to Robbie. 2-0. Takes a strike, 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball, popped up. Saladino, he's got to play. Big out. 1 out, 1 on in the fourth. Don't forget, after the game, stick around for Mariners postgame, presented by Delta Airlines. Brad and Dave Valley and Tom Glasgow and Jen Mueller will host you on that show and give you all the post-game insights and information. One away. Franklin Gutierrez, base hit to left, first time up. Outside to Franklin.
You've been a little bit surprised at the power that Franklin has shown. 35 games coming into this and 7 home runs.
I didn't expect it given everything that has happened to him physically over the last couple of years, but I couldn't be more happy for him.
I'm with you on that. I think the power that he's shown to right center field.
Certainly one of the highlights of the entire season so was that pinch hit grand slam he had in Detroit going opposite field. That was a blast. Got a 2-0 count. 2-0 pitch. 3-0. On-deck hitter Austin Jackson.
Don a little bit concerned about the power that Franklin has shown. 2-0 and threw him a slider down and in.
And he'll take his base. 4-pitch walk. Second walk of the ball game, end of the inning. So 2 on, 1 out for Austin Jackson.
Austin had a base hit. First and second situation like this, but nobody out. It looked as if he was trying to sacrifice, put down a perfect bunt down the third baseline. Picked up a hit.
Team making noise over in the National League. Top of the 5th at Denver. Mets 14, Colorado 3. They have picked up some offense going against a bad pitching staff as well.
3 home runs for Cespedes in last night's game for the Mets. And if you remember the first half, they couldn't score runs at all. And now double digits, it seems like, all the time.
Granderson's hitting. They got 17 hits playing in the 5th inning. 0-2 to Austin. Cardinals, they're actually trailing. San Diego's got them 1-0, top of the 5th. Tampa Bay at Oakland. Tampa Bay leads 2-1 in the 4th.
Going against the Cardinals on the road.
What you are.
We talked about it. They just don't seem to lose at home.
That number's insane. 46-19. Ooh, got made a heck of a catch. Came with his glove. Ball came right to him. Stood up and made the catch. Guy in the red cap. Nice job.
It's the second good catch I've seen from a fan. Both of them bringing their glove.
Headed all the way. Oof, strike 3 called. 2 outs. 5th strikeout for Dome.
Take a look at it. Thought it was going to be off the plate. Little slider catches the outside corner. You can see it on the tracer.
Too close to take. 2 outs. 2 on.
Second chance for Montero to drive in some runs, and this spot in the lineup becomes really important because Mark Trumbo, a late scratch just before the ball game started. Trumbo with 4 home runs in his last 11 games. He's been a hot hitter for him. So Montero needing to come up with a big base hit right here. Another slider.
So got him. Back foot slider got him the first time. Montero may have done an ankle here. Gary Cedarstrom giving him a few seconds here to try to shake it off.
Looked like his spikes ended up getting caught in his back leg. Take a look at the swing and trying to attack this slider. Oh, his front ankle.
Dude, that's gonna hurt. 1-2. Mariners entered tonight's game hitting .222, runners in scoring position. Put in play. It will. Boy, it just got fouled. It could have loaded him up.
Yeah, I thought it was going to hit the corner of the base.
Yeah.
Saladino, the third baseman, didn't have a play. He was playing back with a couple of strikes, so he has to let it go to see if it will go foul. If you take a look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo. And right there.
Run on 3 hits for the White Sox. No runs, 3 hits for the Mariners. 2 men on here, 2 outs in the 4th. Well, he gets another chance. See if he can capitalize. 0-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it. He'll keep seeing that pitch till he can hit it.
I think so, or lay off of it and take it for a ball.
Oh, 2 to Montero. Mariners straying 2. That's 4 for the ball game. White Sox lead at 1-0.
Ben Barker from Bellingham. We say congratulations to you, Ben. He has won 2 tickets in the commissioner's box and his very own Robinson Cano bobblehead. Congratulations, Ben Barker from Bellingham. We send it back upstairs to Dave and Mike.
Fine night, got even better. Congratulations, Ben. And Tom, thank you very much. Trace Thompson to lead it off, followed by Alexi Ramirez and Carlos Sanchez here in the top of the 5th against Vidal Nuno, who's acquitted himself quite nicely so far. 3 strikeouts, no walks. He's given up the home run to Thompson. It's the only score of the evening. The Mariners have twice left 2 men aboard in this ball game, with Montero striking out in the 2nd and the 4th.
Nuno's thrown the ball well. 55 pitches, 41 strikes for him. Mentioned the home run to Thompson, one of the few times he missed his location with his fastball. Take a look at the home run. You'll see Zunino set up on the outside corner, ended up middle in, and he lined it out to left field.
Quick exit on that one. But Nuno back 0-2 here. Thompson, 24 years old, out of Portland. Brother Michael's got 2 rings playing for the Lakers. Brother Clay just won the NBA title a few months ago with Golden State. Flips this one right field. Here's Brad Miller, and that'll drop in for a base hit. So Trace Thompson 2 for 2. Brings up Alexi Ramirez. Put him in the same class with Ibar. I don't know what he does the rest of the time, but when we see him, they're very effective.
Ramirez? Yeah, you're right. And he's usually very aggressive. Likes to hit the fastball.
He popped out to Cano's first at bat. Slow roller. Seager's got one play. Throws out Ramirez over to second. It's Thompson. Nice play. One out. Runner at second. Brings up Carlos Sanchez. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Sanchez grounded out to short. 0 for 1. Nuno. Nuno back in the count now, 2-1. Nuno, 27 years old, native of National City, California. Sweetwater High School. Drafted by Cleveland, 48th round of the 09 draft. Here he is in the big leagues. Swing and a miss. His draft number in 09, he was the 1,445th player picked in that draft. And here he is in the big leagues. Good for him.
Well, it gives you an opportunity, and a lot of credit to him for making the most of it.
Missing. Sanchez 3-2 now. Tyler Flowers, the catcher, on deck. Nuno pitching with the Yankees in 2013 and 14, and Arizona 14 and parts of this year. So far, you gotta like what you see here. Nuno pitching in the 5th. If they can get out of here, pretty much guarantee at least one more.
He's at 68 pitches now.
Cano throws out Sanchez. Moving to third is Thompson with 2 outs. Jerry goes from Clarkston, Washington, 81 years old. All right, Jerry. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Earlier here in Mariner Vision, showed a young lady who was celebrating her 104th birthday. That is just remarkable. Tyler Flowers on a 3-2 pitch, got an infield hit ball, went off the glove of Marte. Back in the 3rd inning.
For Nuno now at 71 pitches. His high, when he was put into the rotation, is 94. His last outing, he threw 84 pitches.
Goes 3-0 on Flowers, the 9-hole hitting catcher. And I'm Eaton on deck. Runner at third, 2 down here in the 5th. Here's Eaton. He's on deck. And he lost it. Runners at the corners. First walk. Good crowd here on Robinson Cano bobblehead night as we look in from the right field foul pole. Good crowd. Looks like easily upwards of 30,000.
Look as if Nuno was pitching around him a little bit. Right-handers hitting 315 off of him. Lefties just 220. Adam Eaton had a base hit. Was jammed and flared it down the left field line for a hit.
Eaton, 1-0 count. That hit him. Got him on the hand. Loads him up. Oh, he was going so well, Nuno. Gave up a base hit, 2 groundouts, and a 3-1 walk to Flowers. Now he hits Eaton.
90-mile-an-hour fastball. Instead of hit him on the hand. It looks like Lloyd wants him to take a look at it again. He didn't think it hit him. And Gary Cedarstrom, home plate umpire, is going to do that. Took another look. They said it hit him in the hand. I didn't see that. I thought maybe the forearm. I didn't see it hit anything. Did you?
Couldn't really tell. I was trying to look at the rotation of the ball, see if anything changed. I thought I heard something. Tell you what, he reacted like. Well, let's see. Watch the ball. The rotation of the balls. It changed and speed up. Changed a little bit.
Well, the fans, they just showed it. The fans,
they're not having it.
They're not having it.
The Academy Award goes.
Well, I think what happened to him is, I think it probably scared him more than anything.
Good call.
He thought it was going to hit his hand.
Let's listen. There was 2 sounds in there. There's 2 clicks.
It sounded like maybe it hit
clicks.
something.
It hit something. Yeah. It hit something before it went into Mike's glove.
Wonder if maybe it had a piece of the knob of the bat.
That's feasible. But clearly it was a double click.
No, it sounded as if it hit something. You're right.
Fans first looked at like, are you kidding? Come on, get that thing out of here. What? The trajectory is going to change.
Yes. I think that it did. I'm just not sure if it hit the knob of the bat or his hand.
Yeah, they don't have benefit of the audio. Here they come. What do we have? Yep. All right. Hit by a pitch. Nuno in some trouble here. 2 out. And the base is loaded.
Fans weren't convinced.
Call stands. And Nuno's got to pitch his way out of a jam here. Tyler Saladino, the third baseman, popped out to Cano and grounded into a double play. Strike 1. Bases loaded here with Trace Thompson at third. At second, Tyler Flowers and Adam Eaton at first. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball, Seegers. Thought about the short way. Goes to first, and that'll do it. No harm done. Get out of a bases loaded situation. Let's get Nuno some runs. Brad Miller, Mike Zunino, Ketel Marte, all coming up.
Time to take a look at our Arco top performer, and that would be one Yoenis Cespedes. He belted 3 home runs last night for the Mets. Look how many guys have hit 3 in a game this season. 3 Mets total. They lead that category by far. And tonight in Colorado, just 1 home run for the Mets, but already 14 runs through 6 innings as they are putting a beating on the Rockies. They do have 8 doubles in that game. Let's send it back upstairs to David Mike.
Boy, the influx of Cespedes has turned that offense around. My goodness. Brad Miller to lead off here for the Mariners. Brad bounced into a double play to end the 2nd inning. Sox lead on a Trace Thompson home run in the 2nd inning. Trumbo got scratched. Sore left knee, will be reevaluated tomorrow. So that opened the door for Brad Miller to make his first start in right field in the big leagues. Rodon throw him out. Bring up Mike Zunino. Mike rounded out the 3rd his first at bat.
By chance watching his batting practice today?
I saw him take one easy swing and he went up over Edgar's. Saw that one.
The one that was about 3 rows from the top.
Yeah.
That's the one I was talking about.
Hey, nice play down there. Oh,
I thought it was interesting that he hit the ball the other way his first couple of rounds, and then when he decided to pull the ball, he hit one way up on top.
Mike's got 11 home runs. Just can't get off the interstate. He's at 175 entering tonight's ball game.
He hit a baseball all the way up there.
Oh, yeah.
Just to the left of that walkway. About 3 rows from the top.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Rodon has 6 strikeouts in 4 1/3 innings.
He's had a good fastball. He's topped out at 96. And a really good slider tonight. He's throwing his slider hard too. He's 89-90 with the slider. That was a changeup. We're seeing the lefty last night in Sale. Rodon tonight. Danks tomorrow. DeGront for Oakland on Monday. A lot of lefties.
What an opportunity for Montero and all the right-handers. Go get them, boys.
Yeah, and part of that is Trumbo, so hopefully it's something that they can calm down for him and get him back in the lineup, because he's really been swinging the bat well.
Mike strikes out, looking at strikeout number 7. Quick 2 outs here in the 5th. It is now time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag RTNW. Date a strong fan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. Top of the order, Marte struck out, grounded out 0 for 2. Mariners had 3 hits. They all came in the 3rd inning. Leadoff single by Cano. Goody followed with a base hit to left, and Jackson laid down a bunt. Since then, the only base runners the Mariners have had 4th inning walks to Cruz and Goody. Two-0 pitch. They get 3 in it. Kyle Seager on deck. He's 0 for 2. Strike 3-1. Marte's aboard. 3rd walk issued by Renaud.
Well, the White Sox have put the shift on every time that Kyle is hit, but with Marte at first, they can't put the shift on quite as much as they have been. You can see Ramirez playing more up the middle. Sanchez, the second baseman, was playing really deep out towards right. Now he's just at the edge of the grass.
Inside to Kyle. Ball 1. Some Seager fans on the first base side here at Safeco Field, upper deck. Center field for Eaton. Nothing across for the Mariners. We've played 5. White Sox and Carlos Rodon lead at 1-0. We take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Wrap up this series with the Sox. A's coming to town. Then we go on a long road trip. 4 in Chicago, 3 in Houston, and 4 in Oakland. A day off in San Francisco. That's our next to last road trip. The final road trip will take us to Texas, Kansas City, and Anaheim. The Mariners wrap up the season with Houston and Oakland. Coming to you above the A and safe Go Field here in Root Sports. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and Root Sports crew. Big Saturday night doings here. Robinson Cano bobblehead night. The Mariners trail 1-0 as we go to the 6th. Good to see Vidal Nuno out here. Here's Jose Abreu. He struck him out twice looking. Abreu, Cabrera, and Garcia 3, 4, and 5 here in the 6th. Jackson's got it under control. And there's one out.
Nuno 80 pitches, nobody throwing in the bullpen for the Mariners. One of the keys to this game. Nuno can get a little bit deeper. Dave's mentioned a few times the bullpen in rough shape right now.
Josh Donaldson a 3-run homer. Jays lead at Anaheim 3-0 top 4. There's Melky Cabrera. He's 0 for 2. It's his 34th for Mr. Donaldson. Munoz posted his career long start with the Mariners here, 5 1/3 so far. His big league long, going deep into a game, 8 innings last August 30th against Colorado.
Donaldson closing in on 100 RBIs, now 97 RBIs.
He's a terrific player. Really is. He's our leadoff man tonight.
He's hitting leadoff?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. So he's batting 2-hole. Beg your pardon. It's Tulo leading off. Tulo, then Donaldson. That's crazy.
Oh, that's funny to be a Tulo. Whiskey one is leading off and Donaldson's hitting second.
Right? Tulo, Donaldson, and Bautista, and then Encarnacion.
Well, I guess why not try to get him as many at bats as you can, right?
I think they have something like 7 games left with the Yankees. And Toronto started today 3.5 back. Cabrera hits it to his good friend, former teammate Robinson Cano. 2 outs here in the 6th. Try a real triple play. ST Express buses, Link Light Rail, and other Sounder trains. How about that? It's weigh your options at soundtransit.org. Here's Garcia, 2 ground outs tonight. I have a good time out in the pen. One pitch. He's doing a good job pitching tonight. You know, location.
Well, and using both sides of the plate with his fastball. I think his fastball inside, which is where he ended up getting the first strike in this at bat, set things up for his slider, throwing it down at the right-handed hitter's back foot, get him to swing over the top of it.
Good inning. 6 strong innings for Vidal Nuno. Just picked up his 4th strikeout. Good look at the sun starting to set right now. Hopefully the Mariners offense isn't set for tonight. See if they can get some runs when we come back.
On that Angels-Toronto game down in Anaheim, it is a 4-0 Blue Jays lead in the fourth, with Toronto having the bases loaded, so they could blow that thing wide open. As we take a look at our Delta Airlines keep climbing standings in the American League wild card race, it is Toronto with the slight edge over the Angels. Back to Dave and Mike.
All right, thank you, Tom. And the Blue Jays trail the Yankees by a half game starting today. Yankees won today 6-2 against Cleveland. 0-1 to Nelson Cruz leading off. Early today struck out and walked. Cruz, Cano, and Goody 3-4-5 here in the sixth.
In that wild card race, saw Texas on there. They've already won today. They beat the Tigers 5-3. They're hanging in there.
Yes, they are. Mariners have Texas 4 times here, second week of September, and then 3 times down there. Three-one pitch. Scorched. Gets by Eaton. All the way to the warning track, up against the fence on a 3-1 pitch. Nelly Cruz leads off with a double. 7-game hitting streak. And for Nelson Cruz, his 21st double.
And I'm not sure you can hit a ball any harder than this. It's a screaming line drive. You can see that it really wasn't that high in the air. Eaton, the center fielder, just had to turn around and go pick it up off the warning track. They'll bring up Cano. Cano is 1 for 2, had a base hit in the second inning.
That'll get the runner over. Tough play. Everybody's set. Sanchez made a good run at it. Couldn't come up with the play. First 2 men have reached here in the sixth.
That's been part of the problem with the White Sox this year. They're towards the bottom of the league in defense.
And E4. Another great opportunity here for the Mariners. They left 2 on in the second. Did it again in the fourth. Left a runner on in the fifth.
Franklin Gutierrez with a base hit, and then he walked his last time up.
Cano back. Barely off the bag.
Done well with runners in scoring position, including 3 home runs. 3 of the 7 home runs he's hit.
Strike 1 to Franklin. Good take, 1-1.
Mariners have had a tough time laying off of that slider down and into the right-handers. That was a good take by Franklin.
Tying run at third, go ahead run at first. Drives it into the gap to get a tie ball game. Cano to second, motoring to third, getting a wave on. Here he comes. Throw from Ramirez is cut off. Franklin Gutierrez, a 2-run double. Goody, Goody, Goody. Ninth double for Franklin. RBIs 20 and 21.
We talked about what a good job he has done. We'll take a look at this swing. A 94-mile-an-hour fastball. As you look at our last Airline Supermo, and he squares it up right on the barrel. Solid line drive into the gap.
Good for him. Frankly, Gutierrez finally a clutch hit by the Mariners, and they have a 2-1 lead.
Well, we showed the numbers, hitting .304 with runners in scoring position for Gutierrez. That number will go up for him. Mariners now 2 for 7 in the game, runners in scoring position.
Edgar should hold up a sign right now like they do some basketball teams or football teams. Get greedy!
Something that he talks about all the time. Austin Jackson 1 for 2. And a bunt base hit, struck out his last time.
Austin fouls one off.
91 pitches for Rodon. Nobody getting loose in the pen for the White Sox.
Chance for an even bigger inning here. 0-1 pitch. 0-1. Franklin Gutierrez, 2-run double. Puts the Mariners in front. It's hard and foul. Ball and 2 strikes. Good crowd, 32,085 on hand here. Robinson Cano bobblehead night. Cruz with the leadoff double. Cano reaches on an E4, scores all the way from first on the double to left center. Be at second, nobody out. He might be able to beat that out. He will. Base hit. Goody moves to third. Runners at the corners for Jesus Montero.
Both of Montero's at bats. He's had a chance to drive in some runs. A couple of strikeouts for him, but he's going to get another opportunity. As we take a look at the swing by Austin Jackson, right back up the middle. Rodon cannot handle it.
Nobody wants a base hit more right now than Jesus Montero. Runners at the corners. As you mentioned, he struck out twice tonight. He struck out 3 times last night, so 5 consecutive strikeouts for Jesus. Trying to end that run right here. Nobody out. Runners at the corners. 2 runs in.
Matt Albert's getting loose.
Strike 1 to Jesus. Struck out at a 1-2 pitch in the second with a couple of men on. Struck out at an 0-2 pitch with runners at first and second in the 4th inning. Here's the 0-1. Bouncing ball. Goes to the third base and they get 1, and they turn the double play. Another run scores in the process. 3-1 Mariners.
Right off the end of the bat. That looked like the changeup. But he does get the runner home.
Goody scores, and now Brad Miller caught in between right there with that swing. Brad bounced into a double play and hit a comebacker to the pitcher. 0-1 to Brad. Went in there again and missed.
Wilhelmsen starting to get loose in the pen for the Mariners.
Good job by Nuno. 6 strong innings.
Well, I think he'll still come out in the 7th inning. It's just Tom getting ready just in case he gets trouble.
And I agree with you.
Yeah.
Brad strikes out, but a great inning for the Mariners. 3 runs, 3 hits, and there are nobody left. They've taken command here through 6 with a 3-1 lead. A 3-1 lead. Good to have you with us here at Safeco Field as we come to you above the 8 in Safeco Field. Let's take a look at our Geico This Date in MLB history. Take you back to 07. The Texas Rangers become the first post-1900 big league team to score 30 runs in a single game. Beat the Orioles 30-3 at Camden Yards. The 8 and 9 hitters, Jared Saltalamacchia and Ramon Vasquez, each drove in 7 runs. And Nelson Cruz then with the Rangers went 2 for 7, a double 2 runs. And he was batting 6th in the order that day. One defensive change for the Mariners. Montero's night over, 0 for 3, and Logan Morrison takes over at first base. Vidal Nuno, not a surprise to see him in there now with the lead. He's done a good job through 6 innings. He's got Trace Thompson. He's had a good night, a home run and a single.
I think most circumstances Nuno probably out of the game at 93 pitches, now 94. He would be out of the game. But when we're talking about the bullpen, I think Lloyd's going to try to squeeze one more inning out of him. He has really pitched well.
Time continues to heat up. Ball 2, Trace Thompson. Home run in the 2nd. Got the Sox on the board. A lead they held till the 6th. The leadoff single to right in the 5th inning. Come back to Nuno. There's one away. One out here in the 7th, and a reminder you can enjoy affordable fun at Safeco Field with BECU Family Nights, where each member of the family is going to score a select view level seat for one low price. The next event is set for this Monday at 7:10. Against the Athletics will be in town, so pick up your tickets right now at mariners.com/specials. Lexi Ramirez 0 for 2. One hopper to Marte. 2 outs. Played a good shortstop tonight.
He has. We're talking about it earlier in the game that he's throwing the ball across the diamond with a lot of confidence now.
Quick 2 outs here in the 7th. And that'll bring up Carlos Sanchez, who's grounded out to short and 2nd tonight. Nuno's retired 7 consecutive hitters.
.100 pitches, season high for the Mariners for Nuno. Previous high was 94.
Center field, Jackson on his horse, going back, not going to get it. One hop over the fence, ground rule double. 20th double for Sanchez, comes with 2 outs here in the 7th.
And Lloyd off the bench, going to make a trip out to the mound. If you take a look at the swing by Sanchez, barrels it up, and he is going to get Tom Wilhelmsen. Great effort by Nuno tonight.
Just what the club needed. Really did. Into the 7th, 6 2/3. Not too shabby. Giving up 5 hits, just 1 run, striking out 4 and walking 1. And he gets a tremendous standing ovation from the 32,085 here this Saturday night at Safeco Field. One contest in the 7th. Time for a Big Fish Casino. Big catch.
Big key for Nuno today was he was able to throw strikes early, a lot of strikes. He was very efficient with his pitch count to get deep into the ball game. Going 6 2/3. Had a really nice slider working for him. Let his defense help him out a little bit. Here's one of the double plays. But overall, just what the Mariners needed. Lloyd McClendon needed him to get deeper in the ballgame, and he certainly was able to do that as he's pitching here into the 7th. Kyle Seager, more defense, keeping the ball on the ground. Again, used his changeup okay, and also pitched inside effectively tonight. Really did a nice job all the way around.
Tom Wilhelmsen on to face Tyler Flowers. Pitch strike from Tom.
For Nuno, 6 2/3, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned a solo home run. Walked 1 batter, had 4 strikeouts, 102 pitches, 68 of those for strikes. He is responsible for Sanchez at second base.
One to Flowers, and an infield hit in the 3rd and a walk in the 5th.
37 appearances for Tom, a 4.15 ERA, 43 strikeouts and 43 in the 3rd. Only hitting .274. Good fastball, mid to upper 90s for Tom.
It goes as Jim Moore, first base umpire. All of 2 strikes. Sanchez at second, 2 outs. Time's called. 1-2 pitch from Tom. Kid's bashful.
Well, let Dad take care of it. He's happy.
1-2. Now Nuno's got to feel good. Nice work tonight. Two outs, runner at second. Wilhelmsen pitch fouled off again.
98 on that last fastball, just off the outside corner.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just outside. Two. Full count. On deck hitter is Adam Eaton. Tom with a shake off, and now he's ready. 3-2 pitch.
Thomas throwing hard. His last three fastballs at 98 miles an hour. Good battle by Flowers at home plate. This pitch will be the 10th of this at bat.
He had a 10-pitch at bat last night in the 8th. Got a bases loaded walk and an RBI. Flowers. Walked him. Same result as last night. So now tying runs are on board.
Edgar almost getting loose in the pen for the Mariners, the left-hander.
Austin Jackson shading towards left center now for Eaton and moving Miller over to his right. Here's a comebacker up the middle. Takes Cano to the bag, and that'll do it. No runs, one hit, no errors, two left. We go to the home seventh. The Mariners lead it 3-1. And as you consider how a Washington's lottery win would change your bucket list, play today. Mariners with the lead, 3-1 here against the White Sox, trying to even this series at a game apiece. Without Nuno in line for his first victory since June 27th last year as a Yankee versus Boston. And that would be a welcome sight for him. Not had a win in his last 18 starts coming into today's ball game. This young man's throwing a pretty good ball game himself. Left-hander Carlos Rodon, rookie 5-5 record coming into today's game. Got Mike Zunino leading off here in the home seventh.
He really has had a good fastball. Topping out at 96 miles an hour. His slider has been his best pitch. Given up 3 runs, but just one of them earned.
He struck out 8 to this point. So you go 9, you go 6, that's 15. It's 22 strikeouts the last 15 innings by White Sox pitchers. Sale got 14 last night.
Albers continues to throw in the pen for the White Sox.
Mike's got a 3-1 count. Maybe he can duplicate what you saw during BP.
I would love to see it.
Off the end of the bat, a squib job fielded by Abreu. Hands over to Rodon. There's one out. You never know what history you'll witness at a Mariners midweek matinee, from Kuma's no-hitter to Felix's perfect game. Something special when the Mariners play under the sun at Safe Gold Field. Join us for the next 12:40 start this Wednesday against the A's, so log on to mariners.com for tickets. And this twilight, not shabby at all. The natural sunset, and unfortunately some of the clouds are blowing in from the east over at Lake Chelan, but it's a pretty picture, that's for sure. Top of the order, here's Ketel Marte. Strikeout, ground out to short and a walk. Three runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Mariners. They've stranded 5. White Sox run on 5 hits, 1 error. They've left 6 men on board.
Marte trying to extend a 7-game hitting streak.
Reno. Seager's on deck. Toronto 10-0 at the Angels. Bottom 4, 7 runs in the top of the 4th. Here's 4-pitch walk to Marte. He's walked his last 2 plate appearances. It's the 4th walk issued by Rodon. Time now for a T-Mobile Data Strong fan photo of the game. Here we go. And the Smith family checking in with the cotton candy. Nice picture, gang. Seager 0 for 3. In that Toronto game, Josh Donaldson 2 for 3, 5 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. Bautista 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in.
Donaldson now at 99 RBIs.
Leader in that category. I don't know what Chris Davis did off the check, but Davis didn't get an RBI. He's now 10 behind American League leader Josh Donaldson. Kyle. Chris Davis did not drive in a run, so he's 10 behind. Line drive, Ramirez is there. Back safely, Marte. 2 outs.
Good base running by Marte. He took a step towards second, but was able to get back without a throw from Ramirez.
Robert Ventura coming out. Looks like he's going to make a pitching change.
111 pitches. His season high is 116. That was against Houston. And he's going to leave him in there.
Two outs. Cruz hit a double left center field. Might have been, what, 5 feet off the ground on a line. Carried 7/8 of the way there.
I know it ended up against the wall in a hurry. Adam Eaton, the center fielder, barely had time to turn around and go pick it up.
Coming into today's game, here's where Nelson Cruz stood. Great company, you bet. Players that lead the American League in hits and home runs in the same season. Hall of Famers, all of them, behind Cruz. Time call. Jim Rice, Carl Yastrzemski, Lou Gehrig, Ty Cobb, and Nap Lajoie. My, how the numbers have changed since early in the 20th century.
There's that slider again. That's been his best pitch tonight.
Gunnar struck out 8, walked 4. Giving up 3 runs on 6 hits. 6th inning was the magic inning. Nuno right now stands to win this ball game. The Mariners can hold on. Time called. Time called. You can hear Gary Cederstrom. No plate umpire. Nuno threw a heck of a ball game. 6 2/3, giving up 1 run. A big inning for the Mariners in the 6th. Leadoff double Cruz. Cano reached on an error by the second baseman. A 2-run double by Goody. 3rd run scored on a double play. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Marte's getting a pretty good lead over at first, but I don't think he's going anywhere with Cruz in.
There's the launch mode, 1-2. Cruz with 37 home runs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. All 2-2.
Throwing him nothing but sliders.
If he throws anything straight, somebody's life could be in danger.
That's what happened on that double. It was a fastball.
Two pitch. Bounced it to Sanchez. Friendly hop. Throws him out. We've played 7 here at Safeco Field. Mariners have a 3-1 lead. Baseball on Root Sports, being brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By Jack in the Box. If the Mariners win, mention Mariners for a free Jumbo Jack with purchase tomorrow at Jack in the Box. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. Beautiful night here in Seattle as the sun's starting to depart. Beautiful sky above. Good looking cloud above here, moving away, moving towards the east. Mariners lead it 3-1, top of the 8th. Tom Wilhelmsen continues on. Came on and got the final out in the 7th inning, a walk, and then got a fielder's choice ground out. He's got Tyler Saladino. Center field, right to Austin Jackson. 1 down. Make sure you follow the Mariners wherever you are with MLB.com at Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment at any moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com at Bat for your smartphone or tablet. Nuno kept Abreu in check with 2 strikeouts, looking at a fly ball. He's 0 for 3.
Well, one of the big keys in the game is that all 3 of those at bats, and now his 4th at bat, nobody on base for him.
Good challenge there, won by Wilhelmsen, 1-1.
Dan Jennings getting loose in the pen.
Rodon, an impressive rookie. 1-1.
Hey, Tom's had a good fastball tonight. Last inning, hit 98 a number of times. That last fastball at 97, right on the outside corner.
Miller. Ball comes right to him. Right, his first start in right field. Mark Trumbo was a late scratch. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag RootFanFave. Each month, one lucky fan's going to win a Coors Light Refrigerator just for participating. Official rules, visit rootsports.com. Melky Cabrera, he's 0 for 3. Fly to right, fly to center, and a ground out to second. Carson Smith heating up for the Mariners in their pen. Pitch. Good inning for Tom Wilhelmsen. Cano throws out his buddy again. A 1-2-3-8. And speaking of Mr. Cano and his bobblehead night, he's going to lead it off here in the bottom of the 8th, followed by Franklin Gutierrez and Austin Jackson. Mariners lead it 3-1.
I'm not quite sure if he's happy to be here or not, but he is at the ball game as the Mariners take on the White Sox tomorrow down in Tacoma. It'll be good to see one James Paxton back on the mound, a rehab start for the Rainiers as they take on Memphis. That is a 5:05 contest. Of course, you know, James has missed a good chunk of the season with a finger injury, an injury he thought would cost him just one start. It's been much longer than that, but progress tomorrow if everything goes well. Tomorrow at Cheney Stadium, he'll get another rehab start, at least scheduled for one, guys, on Friday once again for the Rainiers. Back upstairs.
All right, Tom, thank you so much. Perfect. Well, maybe Pax gets 3-4 starts later on in September.
Well, you certainly would like to see him get at least 3 starts and go into the winter with that under his belt. You take a look at Dan Jennings, 33 appearances on the year, 5.26 ERA. Opponents hitting .255 against him. He's given up 3 home runs. I think James, he certainly would like to get back on the mound going into the winter, feeling a lot better about things too.
Robinson Cano to lead it off. And a line foul. Tonight got a base hit in the second, fouled out the third, in the fourth inning, and reached on an error by the second baseman Sanchez. In the sixth, bounces this one foul.
Carson Smith continues to get loose. He would pitch the 9th inning. Good job by Tom.
Good bridge work.
Yeah, consistent with his fastball tonight. 97, 98 miles an hour.
Walker gets to start tomorrow.
As far as the pitching goes, really worked out well for Lloyd McClendon. Nuno, a big part of that, going 6 2/3, turn it over to Tom, his veteran, and then have Carson close it out.
Off the fist. Foul off. Chicago opened the scoring in the second inning. Trace Thompson, Portland native. 1-1 pitch, 2 out, nobody on, hit a home run, line drive. Almost went into Edgars and took out a few beers. Third inning, after the Mariners had left 2 on in the second, 2 on in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth, they came up big. 3 runs on 3 hits. Duty with a 2-run double, another run scoring on a double play for the 3-1 lead. Robinson Cano bobblehead night. Let's see if he can finish with a flourish here. He's 1 for 3. Ron scored. And he does. Getting out of the way is second base umpire Lance Barksdale. Base hit for Robinson Cano. Continuing that hot hitting. Been on fire since July 1, 328 batting average, and he goes 2 for 4 tonight.
Line drive right at Lance Barksdale, the umpire.
Lance still got some good lateral speed. Good to see. Go Lance. Here's Goody. 2-run double, 6th inning. After Cruz led off with a double and Cano reached on an error.
2 for 2 night for Franklin Gutierrez. Reached base all 3 times. Got a base hit in the second, walked in the fourth. That double that Dave's talking about in the 6th inning. He's driven in a couple of runs and scored. You take a look at Carson Smith. He's ready to go.
Strike one to Franklin. Rudy, a 308 hitter against lefty pitching. Wrap up this series tomorrow with the White Sox. Then we'll see them 4 times beginning next Thursday. Thursday night, Friday night. Late afternoon tilt on Saturday, and then a Sunday afternoon game before the Mariners head off to Houston. 0-1. Take a check and swing. CenturyLink What's Next brings you tomorrow's starters. Taijuan Walker will be his 2nd appearance against the White Sox, and John Danks. See him quite often. Matchups against the White Sox. He's got a 7-6 record, a 3.24 ERA, and 14 starts against the Mariners. Taijuan's 0-1 against Chicago. Two and one. One pitch. Good. He threw the whole base hit. Have a night, Franklin. 3 hits for Franklin Gutierrez, plus 2 runs batted in. Mariners trying to build another big inning here in the 8th.
Well, Franklin Gutierrez has not missed a fastball tonight. Gets in a fastball count with 2-1. 92 miles an hour, middle in. That'll get his batting average back up over 300 again.
John Cooper, pitching coach, coming out for a visit.
Nobody throwing in the bullpen for the White Sox.
Patsy Cline, I Fall to Pieces. Classic song. There's the Coop. Coop's been with White Sox organization for a long time, dating back to 1988.
Well, Austin Jackson will get a chance to drive in a run. He has a couple of hits tonight. 2 for 3.
Big chance here for the Mariners. 3-1 lead. Pop the bunt up, and Flowers makes the play. That is unfortunate, to say the least.
Good pitch to bunt. 92 miles an hour. Right down the middle, and you can see him reach for it. And anytime that barrel drops, that's when you're going to be in trouble, and he popped it up.
2 out. And check that 2 on and 1 out.
Logan Morrison going to get his first at bat of the night. Came in for defense for Montero. Mariners now 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position.
Faced Dan Jennings here in the 8th inning. Dan Jennings played for the Marlins, but is not related to their manager, GM. Same name. Oh, 1, Alomo. Joe at second, Goody at first. One down. One. The guy's ready to run out there with one down. One to Lomo. Swing and a miss. Innings ready. 1-2 pitch. Takes for ball 2. Last August was ripping it up. 302 clip. Homer at 9 runs batted in. Different story this year. 2-2. And he got full big time. 2 outs.
After a couple of fastballs inside, goes to the breaking ball away. And Logan can't lay off of it, just off the outside corner. Bring up Brad Miller. Brad 0 for 3 tonight.
He's starting right field for Brad. Budding cheerleader. Two outs and 2 on. 0-1. Inning started with a Cano. Singling to center. Goody single to left. Jackson popped up a bunt. It was caught by the catcher Flowers and almost struck out. One to Brett. Foul ball.
We'll see if he tries it again. A couple of fastballs inside. See if he tries to go to the breaking ball. Throw it off the outside corner. Try to get Brad to chase it.
White Sox in the top of the ninth. One, 5, 6, and 7 coming up. That's Carson Smith. Brad trying to keep this inning going. Pick up a run or 2 or 3. Have to do it with a 1-2 pitch coming right here. Right to the second baseman, Sanchez. Hard luck. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. Here we go. 9th inning. Mariners lead at 3-1. Carson Smith will take over.
3 outs away from getting a victory. Here's what's coming your way on Mariners postgame, presented by Delta Airlines. We'll hear from the skipper, Lloyd McClendon. Hitch of Val's keys. The game will preview tomorrow's series finale. We'll hear from Chicago's young star. Looks like he's on his path toward that anyway, Trace Thompson. And also a huge night for Toronto's Josh Donaldson down in Anaheim against the Angels. We'll tell you about that as well. All coming your way on Mariners postgame. Up to Dave and Mike.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Carson Smith to take over. Game number 54 for him.
13 saves and 16 opportunities. A 2.86 ERA for Carson. 67 strikeouts and 15 1/3. Good number for him. Opponent's hitting just 192 off of him. Good fastball, low to mid 90s. Best pitch is slider. Occasional change up to the left-handed hitters.
He's got Abisail Garcia, Trace Thompson, Alexi Ramirez here in the ninth. Garcia tonight 0 for 3. Ground out to third, ground out to short, and a strikeout. Adel Nuno stands to be the winner. It'd be his first Mariner win and first win since June 27th of last year as a Yankee against Boston.
Really pitched well. Went 6 2/3. Was able to get deeper into the ball game tonight, giving him just the 1 run. Excellent work by Tom Wilhelmsen tonight.
Yes. Inning in the third, just 1 walk. Slider down the line. Daryl Boston just got out of the way. The first base coach. And he's ahead 0-2. Ball, Brad Miller, long run towards the line. Foul ball, can't get it.
Pretty good slider by Carson Smith, just off the outside corner. He can try to go a little bit further away with it, maybe show a fastball inside to get back to the slider.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's down and in, 1-2. Base hit up the middle. Leadoff single by Garcia. And we'll get a pinch hitter right now, J.B. Shuck. Jack Burdette Shuck. With Cleveland for 16 games last year. We'd seen him with the Angels before that, and Houston in his first year in the bigs back in 2011.
Done well pinch hitting this year, hitting .261 as a pinch hitter.
Sox got him off waivers last November. Pinch hitting, Trace Thompson.
Ventura, the manager, still has Adam LaRoche, another left-handed hitter, waiting on the bench.
Have turned 1 double play. That was back in the third. Trace Thompson. We got the Sox only run. Solo blast in the second inning. Two balls, 1 strike. Ramirez on deck. Gets off of Zunino's glove all the way to the on deck circle. Moving up to second is Garcia.
Be a pass ball.
Right off his glove. A 3-1 count here to Shuck. Shuck, a career .287 hitter. 267, beg your pardon. Here's a 3-1 pitch. And the tying runs are aboard. It brings up Alexi Ramirez.
We'll see what Robin Ventura wants to do in this situation. If he wants Ramirez to try to bunt, move the runners up, nobody out. And Robin still has Adam LaRoche as a pinch hitter if he wants to use him. Sanchez on deck, switch hitter.
Sanchez does bulk of his work as a lefty hitter. So he's no slouch up there. Base hit and a walk. Nate Jones heating up for the White Sox.
Kyle Seager, even with the bag at third, guarding the line.
Strike one to Alexi. Over 3 with a pop. Second base, ground out to third, and a ground out to short. Good spot here for young Carson Smith. 1-1 to Ramirez. Base hit center field. Garcia coming to third. He'll score. We got a 3-2 ball game. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. RBI Ramirez, his 46th.
Sanchez probably going to bunt now. Adam LaRoche has come out on deck. He will hit the flowers. You take a look at this slider out over the plate. Hit it hard back up the middle.
Nobody out. A run in. Runners at first and second. Good hitter here in Carlos Sanchez. Best side. With his switch hitter is lefty. And he bunts the ball foul with LaRoche on deck. Base hit, pass ball, walk, RBI single. Bunt's a good one. Seager calls him off. Cano covering. Sacrifice. 5-4. Runners move up. Thankfully, Carson Smith heard Seager.
You're right. You'll see Carson come into the picture here. Kyle calls him off. And Adam LaRoche will pinch hit as you take a look at the bunting technique of Sanchez.
Seager makes a nice play to get the out. Here comes Lloyd.
Danny Farquhar starting to get loose in the bullpen. David Robertson, getting loose in the pen for the White Sox. He wants to have a conversation with Carson. A couple of left-handed hitters due up now. Adam LaRoche pinch hitting. Leadoff hitter Adam Eaton on deck.
LaRoche hitting .224 against right-hand pitching. Lloyd said his piece. There's one away.
Roche just hitting .210 on the year. It's been a struggle for him.
1 for 5. An RBI is a pinch hitter. Tying run at third. Go ahead run at second. 1 out. Strike 1. Carson Smith going to pitch himself out of a sticky situation. No Charlie Furbush. No Joe Beimel. Beimel on the DL, and so's Charlie.
And the infield is back, so ground ball will score a run.
Lomo take the out. We got a tied ball game as LaRoche ties it up. Except an RBI. There's 2 outs. Moving over to third is Ramirez.
And we'll take a look at it. Logan charges the ball, thought about going to home. Shuck with good speed as he scores. He does the right thing, get the out.
Tied ball game, top of the 9th as we go to Adam Eaton. 2 outs. Ramirez at third. The go ahead run. He did go, so 0-2. Pitch. Backing up Brad Miller in right field. He settles under it. That'll do it. White Sox tied here in the 9th. Coming up, Mike Zunino, Ketel Marte, and Kyle Seager with a chance to win it in regulation. Ninth inning. Rally caps all around Safeco Field. 32,085 on hand. New battery for the Chicago White Sox. Nate Jones, hard throwing right-hander.
Just 5 appearances for him. Has not given up an earned run. 8 strikeouts in 5 in the third. 1 walk. 0.63 batting average against him. J.B. Shuck will stay in the game and play right field.
And the new catcher is the veteran Giovanni Soto. There's Giovanni. There we go, Mike Zunino to lead it off. 4-1 to Mike, who's grounded out to third, took a called third strike and grounded out to first. RBIs by Ramirez and LaRoche. Top half of the inning. Zunino hammers one foul. Way upstairs. Got it way out in front of it.
Out in front of a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. It was right on the inside corner.
Remember when we saw Jones last year? It was like, who is this guy bringing it? He can really throw hard. A very funky delivery. 1-1 pitch. 98 miles an hour. Ball 2. Go to work, big fella. Hunt what you're looking for and drive one. Marte on deck.
Good fastball to hit. Up, out over the plate. 97 miles an hour.
Again, tip of the cap to Vidal Nuno. Outstanding work tonight. He was in line to get his first victory since last June. Tough break for him. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Running runs aboard.
That'll bring up Marte. See if he can get the bunt down. When you have a pitcher in Jones throwing 98 miles an hour, you have to get the fastball down. He's going to try to throw it probably about belt high to see if he can get you to pop it up.
Had one bunt popped up in the 8th after Cano let off with a single. Goody single, first and second. First pitch, Austin Jackson popped it up. It was caught by the catcher Flowers, and then a strikeout and line out into the Mariner threat in the 8th. Now Marte, one in order.
Kyle Seager waiting on deck.
Marte's walked his last 2 times up. And the youngster looking for his first big league sacrifice bunt.
High fastball at 97 miles an hour. On the outside corner, you see him reach for it right there.
Check with Quinn Walcott. He did not go. 1-1.
Soft speed pitch.
One pitch. Nominal lead by Zunino.
He knows that he's not going anywhere. He's throwing over there to see if Marte is going to turn around and bunt, show it early. He did not do that.
Bunt a beauty. Nate Jones covers, throws to the second baseman. Marte gets the job done. Zunino with the winning run down to second.
He has really played well in the leadout spot. Able to get up base a couple times tonight with the walk, but more importantly, he gets this bunt down. Maybe a close play at first.
Yes, he did.
Mariners are 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position tonight. Kyle Seager looking for his first base hit. He's 0 for 4. We talked about Marte getting down the line. This is a bunt that's almost back to the pitcher, and it gets him by about a half a step.
why they call it averages. Mr. Flowers, Mr. Seager's 0 for 4 tonight, 0 for his last 9. I feel a base hit.
I'm with you on that.
Seager, a 251 hitter against right-hand pitching with 11 homers and 31 runs batted in. Ideal situation for him right now with 1 out. Winning run at second. Cabrera's got a pretty good arm in left field. Eaton not bad in center, and J.B. Shuck is okay. Woo, big swing by Kyle. Strike 1.
Trying to hunt the fastball on the first pitch, ended up getting a changeup.
Holds Nuno close at second. On the line, 0-2.
Came right back with it again. Nelson Cruz on deck.
One away here in the bottom of the ninth. Sox scored twice in the top half of this inning to tie it up. Mariners had a 3-1 lead. Got a 3 spot in the 6th. Sox come back. RBIs by Ramirez and LaRoche top half of this inning to tie it. Seager got to do some 2-strike hitting. 0-2 pitch from Jones. Hit foul.
Danny Barquard continues to throw in the pen.
Big spot right here. 0-2 pitch from Jones. Struck him out. Soto completes the play. There's 2 outs. Well, Nelson Cruz, we saw him win a game against Texas on a Sunday back in April. Back on the 19th of April. Use a base hit right here to do the same thing. About time the Mariners get back in that walk-off category. They've been walked off 9 times. Opponents have won in 21 last at bats. Only a strikeout, a walk, double the left center field and a ground out. Here's a 1-0. Big swing and miss. 1-1.
Challenged him with a good fastball at 98 miles an hour, right at the top of the strike zone.
Mariners have had 6 walk-off wins and 9 walk-off losses. 1-1. 0-2. Cruz had a good year. Runners in scoring position. They get 303 with 8 homers and 43 runs batted in. 2 outs and a 2-1 pitch. Bouncing ball goes foul. 2-2. Best player at the plate right now. 2-2 count with 2 outs and a runner at second. Struck him out for the 20th time. The Mariners are going to go to extra innings. They have a 10-9 record in extra frames. Jones survives in the 9th. 3-3 ball game. Season long, Jack Link's beef jerky. Feed your wild side. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. 20th time the Mariners go in extra frames. Here's how we got here. Second inning. Trace Thompson, 1-1 pitch. 2 out, nobody on. And he hits a rifle shot out of here to give Chicago a 1-0 lead. Then in the 6th, after leaving about 4 men on, Cruz gets things going.
Screaming double out into the gap.
Good to see there. And Cano reaches on an error, and then big spot right here. Sanchez had a long way to go. Everybody's safe. 1-1 count. Franklin Gutierrez.
He's been the hot hitter for the Mariners as he hits this line drive out in the left center field, make it all the way to the wall. And see Cruz scoring. Cano will come around and score from first.
Montero bounces into a double play. Aguti scores. The Mariners had a 3-1 lead. Feeling good without Nuno in line to get his first win in more than a year. Top of the 9th, though, things turn around. Alexi Ramirez, always a problem. Picks up an RBI single. Make it a 3-2 ball game. And Adam LaRoche, ground out. Omo will take the sure out. Run scores. That ties it at 3-3, and that's where we are now as we go to the 10th and a new pitcher, Danny Farquhar.
This will be his 30th appearance on the year. 5.5 ERA for Danny. 30 strikeouts in 36 innings. Opponents hitting .287. He's given up 6 home runs this year.
Danny's got 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Saladino, Abreu, and Cabrera. Saladino tonight. 0 for 4, lined out hard to center field last time up in the 8th. White Sox 10-3 in extra inning games. The Mariners 10-9. The 20 extra inning games, the most in the major leagues. And not a good sign here as Danny's behind 3-0.
Especially with that man waiting on deck, Abreu.
Oh, he wasn't close. 4-pitch walk. Bullpen not close to duplicating what it did last year. Now you bring up one of the really good power hitters in the game, Jose Abreu. He's 0 for 4. Strike 1. Nuno struck him out looking the first 2 times up. Fly it out to center. Wilhelmsen got him to fly out to right in the 8th. Dangerous hitter. 0-2 pitch. All 1. The only other game in progress right now, Toronto 11-3 at Anaheim, bottom 7. 1-2 is hammered. Deep right center field. Base of the fence. Here comes Saladino. He'll get the stop sign at third. Abreu just in safely, says Lance Barksdale at second base.
And he was just cruising along, and it was a snap throw by Cano. They almost had him. Brad hitting the cutoff man, and then Cano gets rid of it quickly. You take a look at the swing, line drive into the gap. Good play by Brad. Able to get it in right away to Cano.
First start in right field. Sox in business here, top 10, second and third, nobody out. Melky Cabrera, their 4-hole hitter, 0 for 4. And they're going to put him on. Oodles and oodles of trouble here in the 10th. Avisail Garcia is the guy they want to go after here. He's 1 for 4. Got the base hit back in the 9th.
And Rick Waite's pitching coach going to make a trip out to the mound.
Several reasons not to pitch to Cabrera as David Robertson, your closer, warms up. Melky was hitting .396, runners in scoring position, less than 2 outs, plus they're trying to get a force in any base. You need a break here. On in infield. Ball 1.
And it looks like Edgar almost getting loose in the pen. He was up earlier in the ball game.
See a .257 hitter against right-hand pitching. He's ahead 1-0. 2-0. Garcia .259, runners in scoring position. Bases loaded, top of the 10th. We saw 2 runs walked in last night. It was in the 8th inning, and we saw it in Texas as well. 3-0 pitch. Ball 4, he walked him in. 4-3 White Sox. Here comes Lloyd. A 4-pitch walk to Avisail Garcia, and the Sox have a 4-3 lead. The bases are still loaded. Scoring on the play, Saladino. Boy, your heart goes out to Vidal Nuno. Left the game with the lead and a chance to win, and it is frittered away. 4-3 Chicago. Here in the 10th, walks in the go-ahead run, and now Edgar almost takes over.
see just an inning and 2/3 Bunny against the Rangers. Give up 1 hit, didn't give up any runs through 20 pitches. Got a good fastball, 93 to 94. You know, the shame of it is Boyd got exactly what he wanted and needed tonight. Nuno going 6 2/3. Turn it over to his veteran Tom Wilhelmsen. Tom pitched great, but then he had to have Carson try to close it out. Unfortunately, that didn't work.
And now the 10th inning. Walk, double, intentional walk, RBI, bases loaded walk. Brings up J.B. Shuck.
Infield is in. Nobody out.
4-3 Sox. Almost in his second appearance as a Mariner. Pitch. Strike one. Ball one. Almost ahead. 1-2. Put in play. Marte gets the 1 out. Base is still loaded.
Good fastball, 95 miles an hour, able to get the ground ball. Easy play for Marte.
Here comes Alexi Ramirez again. Bases loaded, 1 out. Oh no. Another run scores. Melky Cabrera. Everybody else moves up.
Pass ball, so back-to-back innings with a pass ball.
That's a killer. Runners in scoring position, second and third, 1 out. Now Ramirez ahead in the count, 2-0. Pitch up the middle. Cano holds the run, bobbles. Everybody safe. Holy moly.
We'll take a look at it. This will probably be an error as Cano comes in. He's just checking the runner. He has the ball. He's in good shape right there, and on the exchange is when he drops it. Checking the runner at third. It was going to be an easy throw for him at second.
E4, and they're loaded again with 1 out. Carlos Sanchez. Strike one.
Sanchez 1 for 3 with a double. He drove in 4 runs in last night's ball game.
One out. 0-1. They're loaded up with Garcia at third, Shuck at second, Ramirez at first. One down, top 10, 2 runs in. Look out. 1-2. David Robertson, our closer, getting ready. Nice pick. Cano for one late. Another run scores.
It's a good play by Marte on the backhand. See him get up quickly and a firm throw to Cano. Too much speed from Sanchez beats it easy. Another look at Marte and his glove work out at shortstop.
This choice RBI. This will be the 8th man to the plate.
Love you, Mike. Go back.
Giovanni Soto, first plate appearance. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Close. He's back safely. One count to Soto. All 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. I don't know who pulled the rug out, but it was effective. 3 runs on 1 hit, an error, 2 left. Work to do against a good closer. 6-3 White Sox. Sox tied with 2 in the 9th, and then go ahead with 3 in the 10th. A 3-run, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left inning by the White Sox had the Mariners in a 6-3 hole.
Yeah, it was 3 walks in the inning. Really hurt him, a pass ball. You mentioned the error. David Robertson going to take over. 44 appearances for him, 24 saves. He has blown 6 of them. 2.87 ERA, 65 strikeouts in 47 innings.
Coming up for the Mariners, it'll be Robinson Cano, Franklin Gutierrez, and Austin Jackson, 4, 5, and 6. Mariners need a furious rally here against a quality closer. Cano and Robertson, teammates of the Yankees a couple of years ago. Third pitcher out of the bullpen used by Robin Ventura. Two-hit night for Robert. 2 for 4 with a run scored. Fist down the line. No play. One and 2 to Robinson Cano. David Robertson has saved 39 games for the Yankees last year. Coming on is Cabrera. And there's one out.
Franklin Gutierrez having a good night. 3 for 3 tonight. Has a double, scored a run, driven in 2. Also has a walk.
First pitch strike for Robertson, who's Alabama all the way through. Graduated from Paul W. Bryant High School in Tuscaloosa and member of the Crimson Tide, University of Alabama. And another strike to Goody. Born and raised in Birmingham. He's in charge right now, 0-2. Two, 1 out, bottom 10. Sox fans wearing old school unis. They like what they're seeing here tonight in the 10th. More glum faces in Mariner gear. Saladino goes over to Abreu, 2 outs. 2 outs in the 10th. And brings up Austin Jackson. One to Austin. 2 infield hits. 2 for 4 tonight. Night started out real well. Bud McClendon with Nuno giving him 6 2/3 quality inning. 5 hit, 1 run ball, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Williamson does his job, but then it went downhill from there with Smith and Farquhar. 1-1 pitch. Now the Mariners down to their final strike. Here's your story. Dramatic. 6th inning, we're getting 3 runs. Mariners had a 3-1 lead entering the 9th. Gave up 5 runs and only 2 hits and 4 walks. One, 2 here to Jackson. Swing and a miss. Soto will throw to first, and that's your ball game. Sox win at 6-3, and the Mariners are on some seriously bad road right now. They've lost 3 consecutive games, 4 of 5, 6 of 8 to fall a season worst 11 games under 500.
And it's the bullpen right now. The guys are really struggling out there. We've seen it a couple of nights in a row. It's what we saw on the road trip. It's just been a tough time, and really a shame again for Nuno tonight, going 6 2/3, giving up just the 1 run. I think that is exactly what Lloyd wanted to see. Tom, as you mentioned, really pitched well. Unfortunately, too many mistakes late in the ball game.
Tough night, and they have more to talk more about it. Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines starts right now with Brad and Dick.
Well, Dave, Mike, thank you very much. Sox take the series. They take game 2 in 10. You see the score. They get to celebrate 6-3 the final. The Mariners now 10-10 in extra innings, and the bullpen, well, I don't like beating a dead horse, but yes, it fails them again tonight, as they did last night. 12 runs bullpen has given up in the first 2 games of the set. Val, let's get right to your local Ford keys to the game. Number one
was to be better at the back end, and we're going to go right into that. The bullpen struggling again. Last night they gave up 7 earned runs, and tonight they gave up 5 more to end up losing this ball game, Brad, after a very good performance by Vidal Nuno.
6 2/3, just 1 earned run. You heard the guys talk about it. He has not won a start his last 19 starts. He is winless his last 19. Deserved to win tonight. All right, your local Ford keys to the game. Number two.
Number two. We had a sock to southpaw. You know, the Mariners, including tomorrow, will be 5 southpaws in a row. Tonight they were only able to scratch out 3 runs. We saw the big double by Gutierrez driving that ball into the left center field gap to score 2 runs. But again, Brad, they just didn't add on. You know, once you get to that left-hander, you need to keep putting those runs up on the board. And the Mariners got to 3 and then stopped it at there.
Lots of opportunities. How about the 2nd inning? Bases loaded, no outs, and they do not score. So they lose tonight by a score of 6-3 in 10. Ramirez and the White Sox get to test some birds, get up and celebrate again. Similar hits and errors, but 6-3, and that's the big difference tonight. We'll talk more about this game. Mariners post game continues, presented by Delta Airlines.